What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of the Comeback Podcast. I'm actually doing this alone today. So I have a lot of listeners that typically plug in, play, because they like to hear Kendra and I, but she's taking Bailey to the dentist. And one of the things we're going to start working on, I think Ryan just gave me a ratio of 50% content, me putting out my thoughts, beliefs, ideals, and stuff like that. So today's going to be kind of like a free for all, man. I've got no guests. I've got nothing besides action, heat, fire, and desire to be able to speak to you. And I actually I wanted to talk to men. I guess men and women, doesn't really matter. But for me specifically, I speak to men every single day. And I wanted them to understand the 3 stages of what it takes to ultimately gain control of your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions over your life, right? One of the things, before I get into that, like we were walking last night, Kendra and I, underneath the sun, or no sun in the nighttime, but walking underneath the stars and the moon. And we were talking about why people like listen to us. Why are we getting millions and millions of views right now on, I mean, Ryan, you would know, like millions of views on certain platforms. I mean, it's all over the place. What is it? And I think really what it boils down to is my ability to transmute in our relationship full confidence, desire, appreciation for one another, and we don't get caught up in the fucking reel, like the highlight reel of social media. So before I talk about what it means to be a man and the 3 stages it took for me to get here, there was a period in my life when I'm like, you know, do I want to be popular? Do I want to be famous? Or do I want to help people and make money? Or what do I want to do? Which avenue do I want to go? And then I realized for me personally, I don't give a fuck about the social media. And I know that probably hurts Ryan's feelings, right? But I don't do this because I want to look cool, be cool, have people shake my hands and take pictures with me at the airport. I mean, they're already doing that, which is really cool. But like, I was like, why does this stuff hit? What do they want to hear? It's because we're absolutely fucking living and doing everything we say. And at the core today, as I'm missing her in this podcast, not being able to feed back and forth off her energy, I realize how much it really brings to the table when it's her and I, and why it's so fucking powerful. So if you're a man right now that is looking to create a kingdom, right? Like you're looking to create this kingdom and you have a queen at home and you've got little princes and princesses that are being built up underneath. What do you fucking do for your life every day to make sure you're truly being your authentic self? And now I'm going to flip it back into the topic and the conversation for today that I want to have in the 3 stages and the metamorphosis of becoming the man you want to be to have the ultimate freedom and have it all. Too often, or more often than not, if you will, every man that I've dealt with that comes into my world, comes into my my universe, comes into the comeback, they get so caught up living a fucking lie. Like everything about their life is a lie. And I'm not going to talk about any like stories and stuff to like throw people under the bus, but for me specifically, everything about my life was a lie. I lied about what time I got home. I lied about how many drinks I had. I lied about how much money I made. I lied about how much fucking fun I had or didn't have. I mean, like there was never I couldn't tell the truth did not, it just didn't matter. Like it was non-existent. And what fed that inability to tell the truth was alcohol, was drugs, was cheating, was sedation. But what sat at the core is fear. Fear of being exposed. Fear of being found out that I'm maybe not as good as I actually fucking say I am. Walking around in my ultimate form of power, holding a drink in my hand, snorting cocaine, but fully believing and knowing in my heart, that I was a fucking pussy. Now, externally, if you're going to fight, you're going to fight because that's where you get it. But knowing at this feeling inside of my life that I was just a fucking pussy drove me to drink. It drove complete irritation, frustration, rage. It drove me to hell. Now, I also know that I'm a rare case because I spent a lot of time with a lot of productive men and a lot of people. And I know that like not everyone's as extreme as me and wasn't so obsessed and didn't do the drinks and the drugs and the lies and the cheating for the shock factor to get away with so many fucking things in their life. But the reality was my life wasn't fully mine. So I want to talk directly today to a dude out there. And if you're a woman that resonates with this, cool. I hope it helps you, or maybe it's your husband or something like that. but my life wasn't fully mine until I decided to make it mine. And there was like a change that had to happen. And as simple as it is, right? Like as simple as it is, it was never about the alcohol. It was about making a better choice. It was about making a decision to be a better leader. It was about making a decision to be a better father. It was about making a decision to be an actual husband and somebody who was worthwhile of love and trust and intimacy that that could confide in me and I could confide back in her. But I had to go through stages to be able to get there. Like literally every single thing that I am right now today, I never knew who I was before. I had to manufacture and create everything that I am right now. So in some form, everything that became my truth was a fucking lie because it was foreign at that time to build this life into what it is today. And now I walk around a complete different man, having nothing to do with most of my family, nothing to do with any of my fucking friends, having nothing to do with any of my past people I did business with. I stand in absolute power and certainty connected directly to the future I'm trying to create. Now, how do you get there? Like, how do you literally get there if you're a man that don't know where to start and you find yourself at the bottom of the bottle? And I'm gonna be honest, like on this podcast, I could talk about whatever I want. Like, if you are a dude, if you're anybody who wants to just guarantee yourself a sub 10% success rate, and I know there's gonna be a bunch of fucking people out here who talk shit and, you know, in the comments, that's where you belong, you're a fucking pussy. You literally are gonna be in these comments talking about how AA has saved so many people. And yeah, it has. Cool, go. Stop fucking grabbing your power, talking shit about people in the comments and understand that you haven't even done shit in your life. So for me, or these guys out there that listen to me and get on this mission with me, it's about finding power. It's about finding certainty. It's about finding connection to what it is you truly want. And the stages you have to go through to be able to achieve this are very simple. Number one, stop fucking lying. Number two, be the man. And number three, have it all. That's what we teach in I'm a Comeback. And I'm not doing a sales pitch right now, but I want to break that down. The first thing that I had to do was not raise my hand and say I'm weak, powerless, disease. The first thing I had to do was not hide in a church basement. The first thing I had to do was not be fearful of the friends and the places I go. The first thing I had to do was not be ashamed or guilty or embarrassed by the choices I made. Those actions defeat a motherfucker. Like you can't even, like, I don't even know how you could put your life together, walk around fearful, shameful of who you are. But what you can do, what you truly can do is stop fucking lying. And today, like I don't tell verbal lies. I don't live a life of verbal lies, but that doesn't mean that lies don't creep into my head. Stop fucking lying is not actually about lying. Like it's not actually about telling a lie. My hope is that when people hear that, they originally take that and like, yeah, you know what? I am lying. I need to stop lying to my wife about where I'm at, what I'm doing, what's going on, you know, so on and so forth. I need to stop those lies. The lies that I'm talking about in phase one of the comeback ascension, the metamorphosis of the man, the king, is to stop fucking lying to yourself. If you get nothing from this podcast at all, those three words are a code. Like a legit code that you can live by every day. I'm on the internet. You know what frustrates me the most? Like I'm literally on the internet and I pay attention to people that I know, I watch, I know secrets about, I see things, and they just walk around in fucking absolute lies, degrading, doing things. It's embarrassing. I fucking hate social media. I absolutely fucking hate it. Despise it when I see the lies. I fucking despise it. But it's a necessary evil in what I do. Like I can't talk to you if I don't do this. So my truth, my stop fucking lying is regardless of how I feel about this, I have a message that needs to be delivered. It is directly connected, in my opinion, to God and what God has laid out for me, and I need to fucking deliver it. And for about 2 years, I stopped delivering it. I just stayed in my lane. I just focused on the business, not the movement. And that was a fucking lie. The heart, the heat, the passion, the fire, the desire. The movement had no fucking energy because my energy was sucked. Because I wasn't doing what I was called to do. My brother, are you doing what you are called to do? Are you? Or are you fucking lying about it? I want to talk about what you're called to do. I'm not talking about your purpose. I'm not talking about your business. I'm not talking about your athletics or your fitness. I'm not talking about any of those things. I'm talking about, are you doing what is required to be a fucking man? I know that there's people out there that hate this type of message. I'm sorry. Like, this is the message I have. I don't know how to be anything else other than this type of person. And I'm not going to fucking sugarcoat it and try to change who I am. I'm not going to try to like chop my balls off and soften my message because I don't want people's feelings to get hurt. But the truth is, if you are lying every fucking day and you are hiding behind a drink, you are hiding behind a disguise, a mask of deceit and defeat, you're a fucking pussy. Pussy. And dude, I was that. Like, I absolutely was that. For 21 years of my life, I walked around fucking faking happiness, faking success. I mean, sure, I made lots of money, did lots of cool things, but there's no success in lies. So I wanted to talk about the 3 stages that you will go through if you decide to ever get out of your way, if you decide to actually join the comeback of like, this is the path for you, whether it is or isn't, not trying to sell you, but if you truly want to do something like this, the first stage I'm going to have you go through for like 6 weeks is literally learn how to do one thing, and that's tell the fucking truth to yourself. That is to stop fucking lying, change some habits with what's known as the comeback 7, but to literally stop fucking lying and do the work. And this is what's cool about this. This isn't just about alcohol. Like, if you take just those principles and you think about it, like, it's not just for alcohol. It's for, it can be for your diet. It can be in a relationship. It can be in technology. It can be vaping. Like, we build these dependencies and these things that we think that we need. We start selling ourselves on these lies and these beliefs that don't really matter. So whether you're maybe a man or woman out there that's actually listening to this right now and you're like, damn, he keeps talking about stop fucking lying, but I think it's about drinking. No, it's about you. It's a code. It's something to live by. And it's available to you today. It is literally as simple as that. People are like, telling me all the time, no, man, like it's gotta be hard, right? My worst day sober is better than my best day drinking. That's not true for me. I'm not gonna lie about it. I had a lot of fun when I was drinking. Not trying to glamorize. It was good. I had a lot of fun doing drugs. I had a lot of fun making money doing crazy shit. I'm just not a pussy and I won't admit it. Like, I'll admit it. Like, it is what it is. Stage 1, stop fucking lying. Period. The end. What does that mean? Probably harder to do than it is to actually comprehend. Like, you hear the words, but to feel the words and be the words, that's a different story. Stage 2 is be the fucking man. Like, be the man. What does that even mean? Like, what does it really even mean to be the man? In my life, at home, there's a lot of, we'll just talk about putting up Christmas lights. Like, Kendra puts up the lights. Not that I don't know how or can't do it, but like, she's like got time on her hands. She's like going to put up the lights. She's got the ladder out. She's got her coveralls, all that shit. Like, she enjoys doing it. I got stuff I got to do. I got a business to run. It's not that I won't do it. She does without me asking. That doesn't mean that I'm less of a man or she's running the man of the house. So many men out there, or the idea and the concept of a man is that I need to be a dude that is like just something that is all just, I am He-Man, hear me roar, like fucking construction worker, digging in the dirt, I'm the man. And that's not even true, right? There's different facets to this. The men that I talk to, that I deal with, are dudes who handle pressure, create kingdoms, do big shit in their life, have to navigate through seas and oceans that are disappointing and disturbing day in and day out. You get up every day to set your sail on course to find a freedom for your life, for your wife, for your kids, for your future that's non-existent to you. So when I say to be the man, like in my household, being the man means that I need to be able to communicate. I need to be able to lead. I need to be able to be honest with myself. I need to be able to deal with the rage and the frustration and the hatred that I've had for myself. I need to be able to deal with the power that was vested in me on actually building this movement and creating this business to where it gets overwhelming. And sometimes I don't want it. I have to have tools and operating systems. I have to know how to fucking love my wife. One of the things she told me the other day in our house about being the man was like, you take the time to know me. In order for me to be the man, especially in my relationship, I need to even know who the hell I'm fucking. How many of you actually don't even know who you're fucking? How many of you don't even actually know what makes your wife tick? What she likes? How many scoops of sugar she likes in her coffee? What her favorite sexual position is? You know yours. You know yours. Being the man doesn't mean that you fucking provide, protect, hunt, kill. Like, yes, I love all those things and I'll do those things. I can do construction. I can make millions. It doesn't matter. That's not what it's about. That's just a skill and asset that I can do. Being a man is about being fucking put together inside your mind. Being prepared and armed for battle. For the war that is waged upon us. In a future, in a freedom that is non-existent, we're trying to create every day, being surrounded by people less than you, bringing you down. By letting the guilt and the shame and the fear and the anxiety and the frustrations of your past ultimately sacrifice everything in your fucking world because you find solace at the bottom of a bottle. That's not a man. My brother, it is time for you to be the man. Accessing these things. Like, it's, again, easier said than done. The process we take people through and what I'm talking about today is I want to like simplify it. You stop fucking lying, then you be the man. And you be the man by directly accessing the power of the pain that has got you to be here. And when I go back to being the man, it's about admitting the fact that you don't have your shit all together. It is mind-bending for most people to know that I can talk like this, be open like this, be vulnerable like this, and be fucked up, but at the same time, produce massive results, massive profit, massive purpose, and keep charging forward. I am a comeback. The statement of power, why it's so powerful is not because I just spend a lot of money on marketing and I built a cool movement. It's because of the story and the resurrection of the pain and the hell that I've been through, and I just won't fucking quit. To be the man, you need to be armed with a weapon. Your body is a weapon. Your mind is a weapon. Everything about you is a fucking weapon. And you need to think about taking your life seriously. Stage 3 is about having it all. That's where I'm at right now. Stage 3 is about having it all, which is the ultimate freedom in your life. This conversation is different and you probably can't even comprehend it. Yet most men are trying to go from drunk, sedated, behind the 8 ball, angry, frustrated, maybe making millions or not making millions, maybe getting by or not getting by, but they're trying to go from here to here without fucking doing the work in the middle, which is causing this karmic loop of alcohol-induced insanity because they specifically choose to drink and sedate using alcohol as a tool and a mechanism to stay playing in scarcity. Yet telling the world at the same fucking time, they're going to have it all. Pumping up their fucking chests on Sunday Night Football with their buddies in the garage, at the golf course with your friends, playing scratch golf, how fucking badass you are, being an imposter and afraid to truly be the man. It's easy to walk around and say you're the man. It's easy to walk around and talk about how rich you are. It's easy to walk around and talk about how successful you are. But it's not a fucking monetary thing that makes you successful. There's people richer than me that don't have their shit together. There's people poorer than me that have their shit together. There's people that have less than me that are fucking more put together than me. There's people that have more than me that will never even fucking get the spear into it. They've got lucky. And that makes them feel like an imposter. That makes them feel like a fraud. And if that's you, bro, it is time to own it. How much longer do you want to hold on to that guilt, that shame, that fear, that like paralyzation of just being exposed and found out? Go back to what I just said in these 3 stages. It is so simple. Nothing I said. And I know that most of the people that listen to me are trying to overcome alcohol or drugs. This shit doesn't matter. You make it harder than it has to be. You literally make it harder than it has to be. Your change can start today. You can literally today find your path to prosperity, to power, to freedom by looking in the mirror and stop fucking lying. Putting the work in necessary to understand and own that day in and day out for 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years, whatever it takes for you to unravel the amount of lies so you can have absolute confidence and belief in yourself. So when you look in the mirror at the end of the day and you lay your head down on the pillow, you know that you are fucking everything you've been called to be. And I'm thinking right now as I'm talking about it, how many people will never hear those words? How many people will never actually optimize and utilize the gifts that God gave them, the talents that they have, the belief, the principles, the energy, the confidence? Like, how many people are walking around dead right now who've never truly lived or experienced what it is because they're so fucking afraid, or worse, they've never even tuned into anything like this? I feel sad for them people. but they walk around like they're the man. And maybe they are, right? Maybe in their life they are. Who am I to judge them? And the truth is I don't care about them. Those are the majority of the people down in the comments. Literally the majority of the people in the comments only fucking watch and listen because they're looking to ignite that their own insecurities. They're trying to feed back and mirror back the shit that's wrong with them instead of actually doing something about it. But you, my brother, who's listening to this thing today, maybe with your wife, maybe with your kids, maybe alone underneath a tree or outside in your car, you're fucking powerful. Literally, you're powerful. Nothing about your life is powerless. I'm not even talking about alcohol. Like, you were gifted. Today you woke up. You either squandered it or you absolutely crushed the day. There is no in between. Because if you made a choice to be better, whether it was a one degree like advancement or a fucking 300% advancement, I meant percent, not degree, but a 1% advancement or a 300% advancement in your life, no matter what that looked like, the fact if you move forward means you're absolutely crushing today. And for some of you guys, your biggest win today was just listening to this podcast, just allowing yourself to be all in and hear what I have to say. But what you do with it from here is what ultimately matters. Like, what you literally do from here right now today is going to shape the rest of your life. I'm not saying because you're listening to me. I'm saying because the time, like the gatekeeper time, God, whatever it is only giving you X amount of fucking times. The second you get off this, you can choose to go all in on you. You can choose to stop fucking lying, be the man and have it all, or you can continue down the path of least resistance and just hope that life turns out okay. I want to just solidify the fact that everything that I just said for these past, 15, 20 minutes has nothing to do with the drink. In my opinion, the people that choose drinks because they're afraid of them fucking selves. And I will speak how no one can ever take my story away. Nobody can ever take my lies away. Nobody can ever take my pain away. Nobody can ever take my rage away. Nobody can ever take my fucking world that I existed in away. But I sucked. And if it came down to a chess match or a game of who could drink or do more drugs, I was going to win every fucking time. And it's verifiable everywhere. In that world, I owned it, but I fucking hated it. I wanted to die. And one day I decided I wanted to live. And it can be as simple as that for you. When I decided I wanted to live, things didn't just happen overnight. It's taken me 8 years to get where I'm at. I am just now entering the phase of have it all. I've had a great life, had a good life. But now I am in stage 3. Phase 3. So my brother, my sister, right, for Kendra's listeners that are going to get this, they'll probably just tune over it. These rules are applicable to you today. Man or woman, child, doesn't matter. You can literally run the same process. Stop fucking lying, be the man or be the woman, and have it all. And continue out on your quest for greatness. Continue out on a path to build something and find out what you're truly made of. So, with that being said, my hope is you got something through this. I do want to do a quick call to action on this conversation. The call to action is for you to spend some time today in a journal or a notebook. I'm not trying to sell you shit. We do these things I basically do these things because I just do them. My paid advertising does a hell of a job getting in the right people. I do this hopefully that this message falls on the right people that need to hear it. So if you are falling in line with this and you agree and you like what it's about, get out a pen and paper and just start journaling around your life about what do I need to stop lying about? What is it going to take for me to be the man or the woman? And what does having it all actually look like? That's the first step today. Not about drink, not about drugs, not about a failed relationship, not about being broke, not about technology addictions, not about vaping too much. Literally strip all those things down and ask yourself those questions. And from there, I hope you find your path. That's it for today's episode of the Comeback Podcast. We'll see you soon.